Welcome to the Purple Pill Podcast. My name is Robert. I'm with my co-host Darren and my other co-host LA. How y'all doing this week?
I'm good. I know I'm not living as good as LA though right now, but
I
I'm good.
want to be known affectionately throughout this podcast as Vacation LA. I'm in
Vacation
vacation
LA.
mode. Can't nobody bring me down. No amount of shit talking about Paul George losing can bring me down. I'm in Florida doing it big now, baby.
Oh man, yeah. See, I'm not living as good as LA.
Oh,
Vacation LA. We got Vacation
There
LA.
you go. Vacation LA
This
in the
week,
house.
this week is Vacation LA, man. How you doing, though, Rob?
I'm doing good.
Anything crazy happened this week for you?
Uh,
You won the lottery?
no, I didn't win the lottery. I just had some
Beautiful.
good nights with friends.
Yeah, what y'all do?
We went to a bar. It was just lit.
Which bar? Which bar? I didn't know you drink.
Yeah, I do.
Exactly.
Just a little bit.
Exactly.
Oh, I would have pulled up. I was at home not doing shit all week.
Mm-mm. This is when this was the night. I think that
We was about to go out of town.
yeah. Cause I was leaving his crib, went to my crib. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
I was bedded. I was on that couch, knocked out. Asari's back in town though. He landed yesterday. He's watching
dang.
Nipsey. He
Man.
sent me a picture. He's like, "Yo, why he get so big?" I was like, "What you mean? He a baby?
Nah, bro. He looked
He
different.
a
No,
baby.
he looked different. His face looked more defiant than ever. I
No,
promise you.
yo, he still got that
Yes.
baby face.
No. Yes, he do, but it looks more defined than ever.
When
He
I
looks
get
like a
back,
grown man.
I was looking at him on the camera today, and I was talking to him. He was looking at me crazy on the camera. I was like, "Come on, baby, come here." He's like, "Who are you? Who are you?" He and Lexus started barking at the little camera. It was adorable. Bubby went straight to the cage. Bubby's like, "This is a trick. This is a setup. We gotta go to the cage."
Nah, he knows it. He knows we're here.
His ears went up. He's like, this is a test."
I'm not supposed to be on this couch.
He got up quick. He was like, "Oh no!"
Damn, they caught me.
Yeah. But before we even get in, it's July 4th. I wanted to shout out all our service people. I got family in the service, Thank you guys for your service. We wouldn't be able to do all the things we do without y'all being in the front lines for us. So, salutes to you.
Absolutely.
Definitely.
Absolutely. It's
And I'm
been,
ready.
yeah, and happy Independence Day to everybody, man. Everybody.
We
Everybody.
already had our Independence Day, but yeah.
Oh, we don't. Oh, we're about to get. Rob, do you celebrate?
You might have had your...
Rob, do you celebrate the 4th of July? Before we get started.
My mom works downtown. So we just always went to her work building to watch it, and she always had a really good view. So yes, I technically celebrated 4th of July.
I mean, I don't
'Cause
think
we got
going to
pizza
watch
and stuff and watching fireworks and stuff.
Then yeah, you celebrate. Yeah, at that point you celebrate. At a certain point you start celebrating. But yeah,
No,
It was
no,
fun
no,
though, as a kid.
yeah, I was thinking about going to the fireworks myself.
I'm
Personally,
cool.
this year.
I'm over fireworks. I'm over fireworks. I've been to fireworks so many times.
I'm getting footage, and me, I'm never.
We have the bay right here, and like on the other side, there's an island. So they go and they light off millions of dollars worth of fireworks every year from there, and like the whole sky is lit up. You can see it reflecting against the water. You gotta go watch the fireworks, man. They do that. Just a science.
You can see it from your balcony.
We can see it from the balcony right here.
That would be a problem.
Or we can go like last year.
On the
We
beach.
watched, or 2 years ago, because COVID was last year. 2 years ago, we went to the pool and we watched it in the pool.
Do you know whose fireworks are really cool?
Yeah, bro. Yo, hold up.
In the heated pool, my guy.
That sounds.
Oh
crazy.
you tripping? That's the best. Yeah,
I'm about to put my bucket hat on and go sit right there with my little water bottle.
Do you know who has really good fireworks?
Who's that?
Cincinnati.
I've never been.
They do it big. They do it. Theirs is they're really good down there.
But I heard
my
everybody
stepdad's from Cincinnati, so we went down there a couple times for fireworks. It's really nice.
I thought everybody came to Columbus for our boom, though. Like everybody in Ohio coming.
Bro, Darren, when I say it's way better, it's kind of crazy how much better it is.
Wow. I've been to 4th of July in Columbus, Toledo, DC. DC's is crazy. Let me tell you.
That got to be the craziest. That has to be one of the craziest.
We were at the, what was it, the Capitol Stadium? Where is the Capitals baseball team in Washington? Is it?
Washington Capitals.
Or
yeah.
Something like that. I don't know. But
the Capitals are the national team.
the Nationals, I think it was, but like they have them at their stadium, and we're working in a building across the street on 4th of July, and that shit was lit. Like it was nighttime, but it looked bright. Like I thought it was like 4 in the afternoon. It
I
was
mean,
lit.
if it's the 4th of July at the nation's capital, it has to be big, right? Every year, no matter. I promise you,
Big
even
with
during COVID, it was probably still big. You feel me?
it. Car alarms going
Oh my
off.
goodness,
You don't know what's
that's
happening no
crazy.
more.
Um,
It was a good time.
all right, man. Let's what we got for this week?
All right, so we got to start with something a little bit more serious. Bill Cosby, he's out. He's out. He's out of jail. How does that make you guys feel?
Yeah. Why was he in jail again?
He shouldn't have been.
Raping women.
That's the thing, though.
He was proven guilty of it.
Tell him, Darren. Or do you want me to
All
play
right,
the video?
I just want to know. I forget why he's in
basically,
jail.
after everything that's went on, like it was back in the day, I guess. Yeah, he gave girls pills and then eventually had sex with them, right? And all these years later, they claimed it was I don't know if I can we use that word?
What?
It was not.
No,
consensual.
don't say that.
Yeah, it was not. It wasn't
word.
consensual. Yeah, that's what they're saying. It wasn't consensual, and so all these years later, they said that. But in 2005, I guess it was part of what was it? Civil case. A civil case that he was good if he admitted to it, but he was under the
Pretense?
that he wouldn't be brought up on criminal charges later on it. So
so he just said
so he
whatever.
said basically but he never admitted everything. What he said was he said that did you give them drugs? I mean, yeah, they asked for drugs. Yeah, I gave it to him, right? So and then it was like, did you have sex with him? I mean, yeah. I mean, but was it consensual? He or the question was like, do you think they were under the right mindset? Yeah, to approve of it. And he was like, I don't know. And in truest answer, he said, I don't know. So that was in 2005, under the president that he wouldn't have criminal charges later. So now, like in 2016, 17, this all happens. He comes back up and he ends up going to jail, and which is when you hear like the judge talk about it. I'll listen to Judge Joe Brown talk about it, and it made perfect sense. He was like, all the judges that he spoke to was like, yeah, it doesn't surprise me. He shouldn't have went to jail in the first place. It was more so pressure of the to the judge and the prosecutor that did it. And he's like, they should honestly be disbarred. It makes sense. It makes sense.
Yeah.
So he got out on what? Good behavior? What?
He was
overturned. It was overturned.
COVID?
It was just overturned. Like it went to another judge, pretty much.
So he had an appeal.
It just went to another judge, and he's like, no, like you shouldn't be.
Well, I'm happy for Bill Cosby. Then I grew up with this motherfucker. I'm real happy.
Me personally, me too.
Did these females?
But he did rape those girls.
Were allegedly assaulted by him.
So what?
Are the females who he allegedly did these things with, were they compensated? Were they given something? No.
He served like 2 years.
Well, now I'm not saying he did or didn't do this, but you know, everybody's been to college, right? Everybody's been with a chick. She'd be like, "Yo, let's smoke or let's do online or you do Molly, but let's kick it." So now at what point, if you're doing these things together and that's consensual, at what point does it become not consensual is what I guess my question is. And is that what happened to him? That line is just unobtainable, so someone had to be put in jail for it? Because I mean, if XYZ person's doing drug and I'm giving them these drugs, I have these drugs, so I'm probably doing these drugs with them, right? So am I even in the right mind to be doing these things? are they in the right mind? Like,
And then it's
where is
such a
that
he
line
say
at?
she say. And then who do you believe on drugs? Both of y'all are on drugs. You see what I'm saying? Like then, like you see what I'm saying? Just after the fact, you're talking about during. I'm talking about after the fact. Like
I don't understand.
it's, I don't know. I think. Wait, hold on.
I don't understand.
Why they got this dance here? This dance is the only thing.
Oh.
Oh, we.
Yo, if I ever go to jail and I get out, I'm doing that shit. I'm doing the pudding pop dance. That's when you got the last pudding pop out the freezer. You going back to the
Bruh.
bedroom.
Oh man, I hope he gets out and he still buys CNBC or whatever he was about to buy. I forgot what.
NBC.
I don't know if it was
No, they're not
NBC
gonna
for
let
sure. Nah, it's still possible. Business don't stop.
You got bread
Business
like
don't
that?
really stop. It could stop, but if you actually, come out like, you might.
Bill Cosby got bread like that to buy a national broadcasting nation.
He was about
network?
to do it before. He got the clearance to buy it right before he went. Before these allegations came up.
That's what I'm
And
saying. He
as
got
soon as they
bread
came
like
up,
that to
that's
buy
crazy,
shit
right?
like that.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, I'm happy my man's is getting out. Hopefully he do some nice things while he out, not whatever he
Yeah.
was going to jail for.
Yeah.
But like I feel like that his legacy is more good than it was bad. But in this day of cancel culture, I don't know exactly
He's
how
good.
it's going to play out. To be honest with you. So to answer your original question, Rob, I'm happy that he's out.
He's good. The only thing
You're
he's still
happy?
against.
I mean, I don't. From what we just talked about, I personally don't understand why he was put in jail. I feel like it was more of a night of passion than it was an assault. So I personally don't see it, but I wasn't there, and I'm not one to victim shame. So I don't know, but I like him, and I don't think he would have been that evil or that bad intended.
I feel the exact same way. Pretty much. I feel the exact same way.
Now, if this was Michael Jordan in the situation, y'all told me Michael Jordan did this shit, I'd be like, throw the key away. That motherfucker did it. I know he did.
Hold on. Wait,
That's
what?
Slow down.
What? You said Michael Jordan?
I'm saying if it was Michael Jordan, I don't like Michael Jordan. I met Michael Jordan in real life. He was a dick. So if somebody came and told me that Michael Jordan did this,
Hold on.
If somebody told me Michael Jordan did this, I would have been like, that motherfucker should stay in jail. He was evil. He ain't signed my Jordans.
Describe this whole story. Hold on, bro. You never told anybody that you met Michael Jordan before.
We didn't even really meet Michael Jordan all like that. We were in DC, well, Baltimore actually. We was in Baltimore. My brother's mentor person used to do private security, and she used to drive limos and whatnot. And she happened to get Michael Jordan this night, in DC type deal. And we was with her. It was one of those, call me right now, I'm gonna pull up type deals. She's like, I gotta go get Michael Jordan. I was like, no way, the Michael Jordan? She's like, yeah, oh man, I had me some retros. I think there was some 8s. I grabbed them bad boys. I was like, he gonna sign these. We get to where we going. Mike Jordan come out the airport, wherever he is. He's sitting right next to us. I was like, hey, Michael Jordan, man, can you sign these for me? He's like, I don't got the time. Just walks away. Granted, I understand as an adult, if he had signed them shoes for me as a child, I could have turned around and sold them for $100,000 or whatever. I understand it. But I was still hurt. Lil LA was hurt. Fuck Michael Jordan. Fuck him. Unless he's watching, then I love you, Michael Jordan.
Shoes now.
He better send me some signed shoes. I want the 4s that just came out on Friday. The bots beat me, so I couldn't get those. If you watching Michael Jordan, you can make it up to vacation LA. If you get me the full.
I feel you, man. That's crazy. That's a crazy story. That is a crazy story. This when you said when you were 11.
Well, how old was I? We was in Baltimore when I was like, it was 11 or to 13.
That could have been when he was with the Wizards. That's crazy.
Somewhere in that age.
That's crazy.
At that point, and the crazy thing is that was my little brother's favorite player, Michael Jordan. And since that moment, he was like, Winston was like, Michael Jordan. I was like, that motherfucker.
I respect
Michael
it.
Jordan.
I respect it.
Nah, I was just hurt. I hold a grudge. That's all. Michael Jordan.
Yeah, when you a kid, you don't know no different, and that's just something that it just stays in your psyche. Man, it's something that you can't change, bro, because you see the person everywhere. You just something that.
My little brother used to watch Space Jam and be like, cut this shit off, man.
This is why you look. Like, this is why he's so geeked for this next one, bro. This is why you so geeked for this. I can't wait for LeBron to come out again. Now, oh my goodness, that's weird.
I bought the shirt and everything. I got the Bugs Bunny LeBron shirt they had on Bleacher Report. They had like an ad for it that I got. I'm ready for the movie.
It's gonna be a good movie. I think it's gonna be a great movie.
You think it's gonna be better than the old one?
It depends. No, I think
because it's LeBron.
Nah, I think it just needs to be its own original. You feel me? Don't try to over.
It's not an original.
Is it Space
Jam 2? In my heart, it is. It's gonna
is it Space Jam 2? I was gonna say I don't think it is. But yeah, it just needs to be original. It can't overly true. Like I think the Monstars don't even look the same. So
I mean, we have better technology now, right?
Yeah, but they're actually the NBA players, like Dame, Clay, and
why are you ruining it for me? Don't tell me.
Oh, you didn't know none of this?
I haven't watched no previews. I don't watch previews for movies I want to watch, man. I don't know none of this.
That's smart.
Don't tell me nothing else.
All of this.
All I know is that LeBron is in it.
I'm pretty sure I told you all of this already.
That's all I know.
I'm almost positive I just had this conversation with you already.
I probably wasn't listening to you.
You're going to forget again. You're going to forget again.
I hope so. I hope so. Switch it up. What else we got to talk about? I don't want to talk about Michael Jordan. I'm hurt. And you know what's crazy? I still wear the same shoe size. Like I could have still had them shoes.
Dang, that's crazy.
It's all right.
That's crazy.
Have you guys heard about this Clifford the Big Red Dog movie?
Like the book Clifford?
Yeah.
Like the animated The Big Red Dog?
Yep.
They have a movie?
Yeah.
Like real life movie? They gonna have the Big Red Dog Clifford in it?
Yeah.
I have so many questions now.
That sounds terrifying.
Yeah.
Is this what Nipsey looks like to you?
A grayer version. We're gonna insert a picture of Nipsey right here if we can. That dog.
Yo, this look like a demon. He is too big.
I'm like, bro, why are you red?
Had to put him in his own moving truck. That's from
like, bro, I cannot walk. Go ahead and
press play, big dog. What else he got? 2021. I'm gonna take the first last
You may not believe it, but there is magic all around us. There are times it can be hard to find.
Did you bring your garbage to school?
But sometimes the magic finds us.
Look at you, Uncle Casey. So cute.
And so red.
How big is he gonna get?
That depends, doesn't it?
On what?
On how much you love him.
I wish we were big and strong. In the world.
I didn't know they still make corny movies like this anymore.
I'm gonna watch this shit.
This is adorable. It's not corny.
Uncle Casey!
We're gonna be late for school.
About the dog?
Yeah, I would have ran back in my room if I was him.
Clifford, be a good boy and drop it. Ew. Bless you. Shouldn't we try to hide him or something?
It's yours. No one will even notice.
Pizza. Just a big. Whoo! Why don't we get you on the scale here, bud? I'm just gonna write heavy.
What if you found someone who made you feel like you could do anything? Clifford, no fetch! Oh no.
No, that doggy!
This dog is killing me.
Oh look, they're playing! Well, you don't see that every day.
Maybe it's time to feed him.
It drops on my birthday.
I can't wait to see that.
That was adorable.
Dope. I like that. She was at the end of it. She was running on him on the bridge. I like that. That was fire.
Bro, I didn't know they still make movies like that. I really didn't. That shit looks true.
Right.
That's a family movie, man. That's a family movie. You take your kids to go watch it.
You didn't watch none of those. What was the movies that we grew up on? What was the
Ice Age?
Perfect movie. Ice Age, Monsters Inc.
This isn't Ice Age. This is
Monsters Inc. was top tier though.
This is like PBS Kids.
Monsters Inc. was top tier. But I mean, this is quality. This is home. This is nice. This is good things for kids. It's for children, yes, but it's still a good family.
This is something that you go.
Have you ever remember the regular Clifford?
I do.
This is 100% something that you go with, like you want an excuse to have kids to go see this movie. That's usually these are the movies that
you take your nephews, your nieces, you go watch something. It's adorable, and I think they did a great job with Clifford. Look, like he's a big red dog, like, and they didn't make it like too animated, like too cartoonish. Like it looks like a real dog. It looks as real as a dog you would get that big. In my eyes,
yeah,
I thought he looked good. Granted, I don't disagree with you. It is going to be a corny ass movie.
I think it's something that even adults will still laugh at if they watching it with their kids. If they watching it with their kids, there's going to be points that they're just going to be like, "Oh shit, oh no."
It had me laughing for a little bit.
I don't waste money on movies like
Just so you guys know, they have a Clifford movie coming out, and we're going to go watch it on my birthday. The kids are ready. See, they love it. The biggest red dog. Yes, way. I just found out myself. Look at that. See,
Rob don't need kids. That's how you know, Rob.
No, Rob needs some kids.
he gonna go to the theater and be like, bro, why did I spend money on this? Why are y'all laughing at this? I gotta get y'all.
He don't go to the theaters. They gonna watch it at home.
He watching that shit on HBO Max.
But yeah, y'all go ahead and watch that. Meanwhile, he on another playing video games or something. I can see that. Yeah.
Is it just because it's from PBS? You don't really rock with it, Rob?
No, don't get me wrong. When I was younger, I liked Clifford, the Big Red Dog. I actually watched the show. But this this shit just looks corny. Like, don't get me wrong. I wasn't expecting him to come out with like guns a-blazing and be like an action movie. But I don't know. I don't mind paying money to watch that type of movie.
What if it was like Caillou or like, something else? Would it be cool? Something, or just
yes or no? Did
any
Caillou
of the
cancer?
PBS ones? I don't know.
There was fan theories that say that he had
I want to say no. He was just bald.
Man,
I don't know.
I've been seeing some wild fan theories lately, man. Some very wild fan theories of some very wild stuff.
Like what?
Tenet, man, again.
Wow.
It's got me again.
The kids asked me yesterday about the moon landing. They was like, was the moon landing real? I was like, which one? It was like with Neil Armstrong.
It was real.
That one wasn't real.
It was real.
No, that shit wasn't real. I don't believe that.
Why wasn't it
prove
real?
it?
How was it not?
How was that flag moving if there was no air on the moon?
Do you know black women?
Okay, first of all,
got us to the moon.
I'm not saying they didn't in the Saturn V, but on the 1969 mission,
we went to the moon in
that we went to the actual moon. Not with men, with manned vehicles. I don't believe we went to the moon. I believe that we were able to send things to the moon, but I don't believe in 1969 we actually put feet on the moon. I think maybe in the 70s, possibly the 80s.
Why do you not believe this?
But not in 1969. I don't believe. Personally, I don't believe the technology was there in 1969 for us to put human beings on the moon. You have to understand how quickly technology has developed. Yes. Like, we now have as much processing power in our smartphones as the rocket that would have sent people to the moon would have had in the whole thing.
Our phone is more.
Do you think your phone will be able to send you to the moon?
Our phone has more. A lot more.
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying if you hooked your phone up to a rocket, do you think it would have enough processing power today to send you to the moon? Just your phone.
I don't think it's necessarily. Nah, bro.
I'm so confused.
Then how did the computers back then?
There's a video.
How was that?
There's a video that legitimately breaks this all down.
Oh, you want to look it up?
You think that we could look it up if you want? But
what's it called?
I forgot. It was just like, man, like he disproves the moon landing.
Disproves it?
No, I'm not saying there wasn't a moon landing. I'm just saying in 1969, we had black and white TVs back then.
We had color TVs
How are we getting to the fucking moon if we had black and white TVs? We had color TVs too. I don't understand. I don't believe it.
Right.
I don't believe it.
I forgot which one it was. You just scroll down a little bit.
Neil deGrasse Tyson.
Maybe. He's definitely going to break it down.
I love me Neil deGrasse Tyson.
Yeah. I'm not saying we have to destroy the podcast for this.
Hey, LA,
but
Neil deGrasse Tyson's about to tear you up.
Yes, sir. That's fine.
We don't got much time with LA, so let's just get into the good parts of the video real quick.
Just go to the moon. Yeah, there'll be a day when AI takes over and it'll make us their pets. Whatever God is not luck. Hi, I'm Neil deGrasse Tyson, your personal astrophysicist, and I'm here at Penguin, UK, to answer some of your deepest, most pressing questions. Does that work? Yeah. Okay, good. Have you really thought about what it would take to fake a moon landing? Because the rocket did launch. We all saw the rocket launch, okay? So there's hardware there. They're like office buildings of blueprints for the design of the Saturn V rocket. The hundreds of engineering hours that went behind this and the records of those designs.
Pause it real quick.
If you wanted to fake the moon landing.
Was the Saturn V in 69? I don't believe the Saturn V was in 69, was it? I thought the Saturn V was later. It's a V as in 5. Rocket.
1967.
Yeah, around that time.
The launch of Apollo.
So
11,
they shot the same rocket twice.
The launch of the Apollo 11 on the Saturn V, July 6, 1969.
That's when we went to the moon.
Project Car. I don't know, man. Maybe I got my numbers mixed up. But I don't believe
this
in the
is 69.
We went to the moon. I hear you.
Go back to the video.
But I don't believe in the 60s we did it. Let's go ahead and watch it. That's fine.
You would have to fake all of these documents.
Documents can be real.
It just seems to me
you can build a rocket.
It's way easier.
It's fine.
To just go to the moon. Has anyone considered that? Just go to the moon. That's easier than faking all of this. So, no, but yeah, we went to the moon.
Not saying we didn't go to the moon.
The fact that
not saying we didn't go to the moon. What I'm saying is I don't believe we went in the 60s. Now, after we went to the moon the first time, right? There was another successful try to go to the moon, or was that the next one when it blew up because of some engineering mistake?
You talking about the teacher?
And all those people died. I'm saying, when was the next attempt to go to the moon or whatever? That was in the 70s or 80s? When the thing blew up.
It was in the 80s, like 83 or something.
It was like that.
Because I remember my parents talking about it. It was like 10.
I just don't understand how technology gets better and better, and then like we messed up like 2 moon attempts, and then we got one right. But in the 60s, on our first attempt, we got it right. I don't believe it.
Wait, like, hold on. So wait, you think 69 one is our first attempt? That's what you.
I will say that was in the first attempt. I'm not saying we made it to the moon on that one.
We did make it to the moon.
I don't think we made it to the moon.
It was the fact that you think that there wasn't attempts before that. That's the problem now.
Manned attempts to send someone there and bring them back? There weren't. That was the first manned attempt, wasn't it?
We got to do
by
a
America
lot of
with the Saturn V.
I'm not an astrophysicist or astronaut or astrophysicist, historian. I'm not none of that.
Where were we looking for? Is this it? No. 1969.
So the Saturn V made it. Apollo 11 made it.
This is actually really detailed.
See, the Saturn V in 1970 exploded or something. Or did it make it back? How do you shoot the same rocket multiple times? Isn't it supposed to incinerate because there's so much G-force and everything happening? Or do they just remake the same rocket?
Wait.
See, there's just too many questions. I don't know enough. I believe, yes, we went to the moon, just not in 1969.
All right, do you want to continue with this video?
Why not? If he's got some real shit to say.
If climate change makes the Earth uninhabitable, will we be able to relocate to another planet?
So climate change will not make Earth uninhabitable. Climate change will make Earth a living hell. In fact, I live in New York City, where in our harbor we have the Statue of Liberty. And there she is holding the Declaration of Independence. And on her left arm and her right arm is the torch. If you melt the water ice that's on land, the ocean level will rise to reach her left elbow. So that takes out all of New York City. And basically every other coastal city that we've spent thousands of years building since the dawn of civilization. So life will be very, very different. So the way I look at it is, there are people who want to colonize other planets, give us an escape route. We trashed Earth, let's move elsewhere and hope we don't trash that. Well, there aren't many places to move. You'll vaporize on Venus, so you're not going to Venus. Mars rotates once every 24 hours. That's kind of interesting. It's tipped on its axis, as Earth is, which means it has seasons. It has polar ice caps, the way we still do at this moment. And there's evidence of running water on its surface. So there's a chance we could terraform Mars, my favorite word of the past few decades. You turn something that's not like Earth into something that's like Earth. So then you just move there. So here's the catch. If you have the power of geoengineering to turn Mars into Earth, then you have the power of geoengineering to turn Earth back into Earth.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, essentially. Yeah. Big facts.
This man knows some shit.
I like him a lot.
Does God exist? Before he even answers, do you think God exists? To answer this question?
Me?
Anybody.
God exists, yeah.
Yeah? What about you, Rob?
I feel like I grew up believing, and I was told to believe God exists, so that's why I believe God exists.
But do you believe God exists, regardless of any
I think I was taught to
environmental factors. Okay. I was taught to believe that God is love, and love does exist, so God has to exist.
Premise as well. And
there you go. But on the other hand, if God exists and you believe in God, then you have to believe that the devil exists, right?
Yes, I do.
You can't have the good without the bad, right?
Yeah.
Black and white, yin and yang, like it's all throughout the world.
That's a debate
let's
with
see
me,
what
y'all.
the smart man thinks.
Yeah, because I don't
so?
think
if you believe in
God
God,
is
you can't
good.
believe in the devil.
Love isn't just because love isn't just good. I think God is love, but I don't think love is just good. I see it as
if it's not good, love is not love. Love can only be good, right?
Y'all don't want to get into this topic. Trust me, it's going to really blow your mind the way I look at this.
Let's do it.
I've got 5 extra minutes.
Y'all don't want to.
Hey, Darren, question. Can whooping your kids, is that love?
Yeah.
Yes.
You're disciplining them now so that society doesn't have to discipline them for something that they're doing now.
Yes, but it hurts.
Yeah, love hurts. There's two sides of love. I don't think God is everything. God is everything. If aliens came down here and decided they wanted to take over Earth and we were just going to be the minions on it, or we're just going to be
God would have
we're going to say all of a sudden everybody's going to give up faith and say God don't exist. No, God still exists.
Hold on. That would only happen if people think God is a physical being, right? We're saying God is objective, that God is like this force, right? Like, are we saying God is a person? Is that what you guys are saying? Are you saying God has a physical body? I guess is what I'm saying.
It's the universe, if anything. If anything, it would be the universe, or we're saying the light in the universe, because we associate it with light so much, right? We associate God with light. It would have to be the light in the universe. So when you say, "Do you believe in the devil?" I'll be like, I believe in dark. I believe in darkness because there's a dark abyss into, there's black holes and such. Yeah, I believe in that, but I also believe in the light because I see the light. I don't know.
Not necessarily believe in him, but just believe that it exists. The
yin to the yang of God would not be the devil.
If God is light and love,
it'll be dark and cold.
Then there has to be dark and cold. There has to be hate and dark,
dark and cold,
and evil. That's what would represent the devil. Okay, what's this learned man think, Rob?
Let's see.
I don't know if God exists. Deeply religious people are certain he exists. He or it. There are ardent atheists who are sure God does not exist. My posture is, particularly in the monotheistic traditions, that God is typically described as being all-knowing, all-powerful, and all good. Yet I look back through history. In particular, there was I can choose many examples, but a famous example is the earthquake in Lisbon, Portugal. When was it? 1755, somewhere around there. 80,000 people died. By the way, that earthquake took place on All Saints' Day, in the morning, when most people, Lisbon, one of the holiest cities in Europe, most people were in church. Churches were the largest structures of the day. If you have an earthquake, what's the first building to collapse? It's the ones that are the largest, the most susceptible. So people died in churches. Then there's a tsunami that basically wiped Lisbon off the map. Either God is not all good, if we define good as being in the interest of your health and longevity, that's a pretty simple definition of something that's good for you, or God is not all powerful. But it's not clear whether God could be both of those at the same time for that event. So I take issue with what many people say God is. But there are other kinds of ways to think about God. There are enlightened religious people who would say God is the manifestation of the laws of physics in the universe. I don't have a problem with that. But is God the person who tells you who you should mate with and on what day you should eat what kind of food and is that your God? That's different from this other one that maybe just sort of put the universe into place. So I don't really concern myself much with it unless someone finds a way that any understanding of God can give me insight into making another discovery. And that hasn't happened yet. There are many people who will see things happen to them that are in their favor. They say, "Oh, someone's looking over me." So that's a fascinating phenomenon when that happens. And when you analyze those situations, what you find is that we as humans simply have a profound inability to understand statistics and probability. It's really that simple. And it's a quick experiment.
The man's not wrong.
1,000 people and give them a coin and have them flip the coin.
He's really solid.
And if whoever gets tails, tell them to sit down.
I think
so it's about half.
Real quick, I think one thing about our ancestors, when they really say your ancestors are watching over you, I think that is true. I do think that is true. I do think your ancestors watch over you. Because I don't think...
Like ghosts?
Or spirits? You just say that. That's one word. I say energy.
Metaphysical being?
Like, before people prayed to, like, the water, like the Nile, for example, was pretty much a god because of how it brought life to Egypt, right? People prayed for, like, the air, solid rain for agriculture and stuff. I think those, like, American gods, for example, there are certain gods that are the old gods that have certain things. But be real with you, there's certain things out there that are true like that. I think you do need the seasons. You need seasonal changes. You need all of that. I think there's a world of gods that we need to pray to.
The metaphysical realm.
In a sense, but the world God, the universe God, put everything in place for it. We're just the life that gets to breed off, that gets to live off.
No, I had a conversation about like gods and whatnot with somebody. I can't remember, but you know how there's the Christian God or the Judeo-Christian God, whatever you want to call it, and then there's like the Indian God and all these other gods. I don't think Buddha's a god. I think he's just enlightened. But like a lot of these gods, like these head gods, who are taking part in the creation stories, like your Brahmins or your whoever else. I can't really remember the names, but like all the other gods besides the Judeo-Christian ones are, I don't want to say angry or wrathful, but like if you don't do what they say, you're done.
Yeah.
Like it's my way or you're done. And then what I realized was like the Judeo-Christian God was like the first, in my personal opinion, I could be wrong, I don't know about all the gods, was like the first loving God, like gave you a chance, like you can repent, you can come back to me, you can be saved. And
quite possibly.
Fuck, what was I going with this? And I was wondering like what happened in history that made like that switch, like where people used to use like I don't want to say the fear of God, because people use Christianity to put fear inside of people, but like when did that switch happen? When gods became loving, and like you could, was it slavery?
No,
I'm being serious. Was it slavery?
So think about it. Black people came from Africa. Christianity wasn't in Africa. It was the white man's. It came from Europe. The slave masters and stuff forced the slaves to read their Bible, to learn the Bible and stuff, and forced their Christianity on top of them. And that's where we get like all those southern roots to the church, and that's why black people are so dependent on Christianity.
Yeah, but to be honest with you, I think our African ancestors actually knew. I think they knew what Christianity was. They just it was just there. It was the European thing. I think. I'm talking about before when they were in Africa. I'm saying like legit in Africa, they was like, oh, you guys are, you're Christians? Oh, that's cool. Yeah, we know about that, but we're not that. Yeah. I think they knew about it
because they hadn't experienced Jesus.
Yeah, it wasn't. It just wasn't theirs. Like I think they knew about it though. The same way in. You said what?
Islam went rampant in Africa. Like Islam is.
Yeah, but that was
over.
That was a thing before. That was Mansa Musa.
That
was back in like 1400s, 1300s. That Islam. You know.
Islam is just a hop and a skip away from Christianity.
It really is. That's true.
So I wonder what happened. Like, because even in that example, like in Islam, God is he is a super jealous God. Like, if you don't rock with me, it's over for you. Whereas in the other half of the book, Christianity, like, you can go wayward for thousands of years and you can come back and God will still love you.
Jealous.
He's what?
He's jealous.
I mean, that's Old Testament. Old Testament shared between Judaism, Christianity, and Islam, right? I'm talking about God now, like New Testament God. That's Christianity, because Old Testament is just Judaism.
Do you have two?
So that's when God became. Was it because of Jesus?
Because of actual force, man.
So do you have two versions like Kobe, 8 and 24? Is that what the Old New Testament is?
That's crazy.
I mean, I don't love how you described it, but you're not wrong.
I think Rob wanted something though with the slavery thing though, because you need people to build something, and what's the way to do it?
Religion.
Change them to make them fear something, and the other way to do it is make them be good, and you actually have a good afterlife.
So you can shame them.
You work hard this year, and then I mean,
Rob might be right.
That's a good view. I never looked at it.
Might be right.
I forget where I got that from, but it just made sense when I heard it. But what else I want to say about Neil deGrasse Tyson? He also you should also go listen to him on Joe Rogan. They have really good conversations on Joe Rogan. He talked about where the first people come from on Joe Rogan and how the people populated the Earth. It's very fascinating, really interesting. I'll suggest anybody go check that out. Excuse me.
Don't they come from Northern Africa?
You know, I forget Joe or not Joe Rogan. I forget Neil deGrasse Tyson's black all the time.
Really?
I forget constantly that he's black. Like people be like, "Oh yeah, did you hear about Neil?" I'm like, "Why? Why do you ask me if I heard?" Then I remember the motherfucker's black. That's why they ask me. I forget he's black.
He be breaking down things really legitimately, like on point.
Yes, but I feel like most people ask me are white, and they ask me because he's black if I heard what he said. But I forget that he's black, and that's why.
That's essentially just saying my hero. There was a hero of mine that said something crazy. That's just so happened to be black. Let me go ask my black friend. He heard it too. That's kind of what it sounds like. That's kind of what it sounds like.
I'm not with it. But I think we're going to the Beach Boys. I'm sorry to cut out early, but
y'all have fun.
We definitely will. Y'all be safe.
Yep.
Stay up.
Peace.
Have a good one.
I'll see y'all. Bye.
All right. Bless you. Rob, how much more time? Bless you. Good Lord. All right, but how much time we got left on the podcast?
12 minutes.
12 minutes. You know what? We got any other topics that you want to talk about? Something that LA wouldn't want to, or that he didn't put in the chat. Maybe we could talk about Shorty on Track. What happened with Taylor Swift? Did it work? I mean, it's not a bad idea. It's a good weapon against the cops if you're gonna use it, or for the cops to use. Yeah, for the cops to use. I think I've seen this before, though. Yeah. I think this happened like last year or something like that, or a couple months ago, maybe. This happened 3 days ago. Maybe I actually seen the video of when it happened, because it happened in 2020.
I don't understand. If it's completely legal, why would you worry about it being recorded?
You'd only do that if you knew you were being an asshole. 100%. You
can't put things on it's incredible to me, man. That
excited to do this. How long have you? Is this?
It's incredible that cops feel like they need to be more protected from the public than the gun and taser, the utility belt, I call it, that's on them. It's kind of crazy to me. Like you're playing that so this video doesn't go viral. So essentially you're trying to protect the way you look in this video, right? That's the only, that's a weird way of protecting yourself, bro. Like that's just not.
Would you be mad if he was playing Kendrick?
I'd be mad if he's playing anything. In general, it's just, it doesn't make sense. It's like, bro, it just doesn't make any sense. You want this to get taken down. Well, what are they doing to you to harm you physically? That actually makes you feel like a threat, that you have to feel like that this video shouldn't be shared. Or what are you doing so bad that you don't want other people to see? Because that's more so the question that should be asked. That's all I'm saying, bro. If I have a utility belt on me and amnesty of the law on my side, I don't understand what else I need to fear people for. I mean, there's crazy people, and if I have a vest on underneath bro, why am I fearing anybody? You got to take the right shot before I get, come on now, bro. Like, it's crazy. It's just nuts to me. It really is, bro. It really is. That they really feel the need to be even more protected. It'd be one thing if it was just like, I don't know. If it was crazier, crazy against cops, and there was legit, people were 100% against cops, everybody, and they were it was a legit threat against them going to work every day. I don't know. Let me stop. Go ahead, Rob.
I thought that shit was just weird.
I just think it's weird too, though. But I don't know. Why are you trying to block the video? You are doing something wrong if you're trying to block the video. They're not doing something wrong because you're trying to block it from you. So what is the problem? You need to look at yourself and not the civilians. That's how I look at it.
Yeah, okay. I guess we can go ahead and wrap up the show then.
Really quick, breaking news.
Oh,
nobody's going to.
Breaking news.
A truck full of fireworks exploded in Ocean City, Maryland.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I hope everybody's safe.
On the street. Is this on the street? Yeah, this looks like on the street, bro. This is crazy. Like a 15-second clip. But it looks like it's just going up in the air. Everything's just... Sheesh. You looking for it?
Oh, is that what I'm doing?
Oh,
we got
no, you don't got to.
We got a minute left. All right. So thank y'all.
Let's just wrap it up.
Yep. So thank y'all once again for watching the stream. Thank y'all for listening to the podcast. Peace out.
Peace. Y'all stay up. From small to XXL. All inspired by ambition gear at inspiredbyambitionpro.com. That's www.inspiredbyambitionpro.com.